Hey guys, welcome back to Pharaoh Iron & Customs. I'm Michael, and today we're out here just messing around in the shop. I got home a little late today. Didn't really feel like messing with this inner fender well. Kind of wanting to try to make sure y'all have a little bit of different content. When we get back into making weekly videos, we'll try to do sections, and whatever turns into a weekly video will be a weekly video, and it may pick up a section of something that I kind of started on in February. So what I'm going to do today is I kind of want to get an idea about how this deck lid needs to be. We talked briefly in yesterday's video about making a W deck lid because we're going to do a split. We kind of talked about that there was one available at J-Bugs for like $179 or $180-ish or something like that. I looked back today and it was not an actual W, it was the one where the W fades out, or I think they must have reshaped the deck lids a little bit in sometime in the 50s to account for the shape of the fan housing. I may be wrong about that. I think that's the reason why, if you look at the deck lid, it's got this bump right here, and then your license plate goes here. On the W, if I'm not greatly mistaken, there's a bracket that holds the license plate underneath the frame. So, this is supposed to be a custom shop. So guess what? We're going to turn this factory 74 boot lid into a W deck lid. How about all that? That's what we're doing. Okay, guys. We're down here in the floor with it. I know we talked maybe in the video that we wanted that 11 inches. I'm going to say that, and this is the other reason why I'm wanting to build this myself. One, to do it myself. Two, if I buy a aftermarket lid and it looks like in the pictures, if you look at the pictures that you see online, it looks like the bottom of it comes down into the section where the exhaust is, and that's 11 inches, between 11 and a half, 12 inches. So we'll figure, I'm just going to scribe us a line across the top of these. I'm going to scribe us a line right across the top. Alright, so we're going to say that line is 11 inches and a quarter. Now, going up an inch isn't going to make it an inch higher. Going up, that would put it at 12. I'm going to say we're going to go up. We're going to take it up from the line. We're going to go up and also this is going to have to come up a little bit. So I mean, that W lid would probably work, and we'd have to have a different apron. So we're going to make all this stuff. Anyway, so let's get into it. Let me just throw this under here. Like I said, I'm just kind of brainstorming, and when you're coming up with stuff, that's that's the not so fun part of that's 12 inches right there. So let's go up an inch from this line, and that's where we're going to make the bottom to. We're going to go up an inch from the top of that. And yeah, I don't have a dang clue where my tape measure got off to. Let's see, that's 5.5 to the rubber. 4.5, I think. Let me check that again. 4.5. 4.5, so that's pretty much the same spot. So we're going to go ahead and lay our straight edge across there again. And our W is going to need to be, this is where I need an assistant. Hey Glenn, where are you at, man? Just kidding, guys, just kidding. Alright, that's where the bottom of the Decklid is going to go to. Or actually, that's the bottom of, that's where the bottom of the, we're going to say that's where the bottom of the apron needs to be. So, we're going to move this, get it out of the way. There's not really anywhere straight across here, but it looks like to me if you that would come down something like that. And this is where we're gonna probably run into a slight problem where we need to get something and make a template. Okay guys, so what I've done here is I decided I liked the way this side looked, and I laid, actually got a little off the mark up here, which is fine, which is fine. I decided I liked the way that this side looked. So I laid it out and then marked the center of the line of this piece of welding rod and flipped it over to the other side, and I just transposed the mark to the other side. So now all I have to do is get both sides to follow this line, which is probably much easier said than done. Okay guys, so I tightened this in place. I've been playing with this, just trying to get something that looks pretty good. I mean, in my mind, if we could reshape this whole back of this car, bring it up higher. Let's tighten that right there. I like that. Now I'm going to make a couple to go from here up to here, and we're going to do it the same way I did that. First of all, we're going to get an idea about how the body line flows. Let's use the other end. We're going to take and put a little bend in it. Then I'm basically getting a shape that I like. I'm not so sure that I don't want to totally reshape this whole area. And like I said, that's part of customizing a car and making it the way you want it. I'm actually going to redo this one. Probably ought to get my welding helmet. Yeah, I think I want this whole lower part reshaped completely. Well, let's cut that off. Alright. There we go. So we're going to tweak this while it's welded down here, but we're going to bring it up higher. We want to bring it up slightly higher in the middle, and that's going to bring our deck lid up higher. Oh. All right. Alright, so I don't know that I'm going to be able to get very much further because I'm out of welding wire. And I'm just taking this welding wire and putting a little bit of a curve in it. Alright guys, yeah, so I'm definitely going to have more welding wire to finish this buck, because I'll probably want to come with a bar across here and maybe even a couple more places here. But I'm liking that. I want to look at it from the top when I get up and make sure it's exactly what I like. To me, that's what the deck lid on a W looks like. It comes down like this, kind of in a point. These may be a little too, they may be a little harsh through here, but it's gonna match up with this roll when it comes down, and then it's gonna fade out. So yeah, it's probably not going to be terribly hard. I'm almost to the point where I would like to go and get some I think this is probably 20 gauge, probably get some 20 gauge to make this. But what I will do is make a fill panel to go from here, somewhere in here, to the same spot on the other side, in the shape of this, and then we will get this welded in, you know, cut and butt in, and then we will build our W. Actually, I probably need to come on up to where I was, you know, showing y'all yesterday what the W looks like, and we'll have to just make a template to make sure it's the same on both sides. Okay guys, so like I said, I don't want to mark this up too much right now. I'm just going to do well, the marker's not writing on it anymore anyway, something like that, and it goes all the way up, the W goes all the way to the top. So what I'm going to probably do, I need to think about this because of the way this comes down, but if we get this part made and it swoops up and starts doing the W like that on both sides, and we get that sorted, it's going to have to be made of a couple of different pieces of steel, because for the W to stick out, it's going to have probably like a 1/4 inch piece of rod in there, or we can tip it over with a tipping die. I'll have to buy one for the bead roller. But anyway, okay guys, that's it for today. Like I said, we may cut a piece of steel out tomorrow and try to make this piece. It depends on what I'm feeling like tomorrow. Had a kind of rough day, so you know, we're gonna go from there. Like I said, I can't wait to get into making weekly content and try to get more in the weekly content. Y'all help me along here. Tell me what you want to see. Leave a comment down below. I'll see you tomorrow.